Yo guys, welcome back to a brand new video. I am the Mystic Wolfie, and in this video we're going to break down the Lion King animation, that being Look at the Stars Extended. Now I uploaded two versions of this animation, one being the extended version that we're about to watch, that has additional scenes and more scenes from the film being adapted into animation here. The original animation is shorter and it includes a few scenes. So we're going to review the extended version, see how what thought process went into it, what I was thinking, why I added more scenes, etc. Please like and subscribe. Check out the other reactions to other animations, and check out the channel. If you like anything that I do, even side content, please subscribe and join the pack. Always welcome for newcomers. And also leave your thoughts on the community tab about new animations I can do. What do you guys want to see or would like to see me animate? At the moment it'd be in the Minecraft style, because I don't know how to do any other style of animation as of yet. But leave your thought. I might consider it if I can do it. If not, then at some point maybe I can manage it. But give us ideas. But we'll go into it, and yeah, looking forward to it. I enjoy doing these Lion King animations. I've got to watch it for the copyright claimed. This one didn't get claimed, so we're going to watch it with the original audio in there, so we're going to be okay. And yeah, fingers crossed this goes well. Okay, let's go into it. Okay guys, here we go.
Look, son, everything the man touches is happening. The king star as ruler rises and falls like the sun. One day, Simba, the sun will set on my down here and will rise as you as the new king.
So all of this will belong to me.
He belongs to no one, but it'll be yours to return.
Hey guys,
A great
so,
responsibility.
you know, it was really hard to get James Earl Jones's voice to work with this animation. Partly was not AI as such, but it was samples of his voice that I tried to do the AI in. Didn't come out perfect, so I had to put my own spin to make it sound like him. Now, at the time, I still don't think you can use the original voice from the film, it's copyrighted, so you wouldn't. So I had to get clever. I had to use partially AI, and then I had to act like Mufasa myself. Yeah, it sounds weird, not an actor, but I tried my best, and I think it turned out okay. Now there's some the bit where, ooh, that's a bit off. I'm not James Earl Jones. I'm the Mystic Wolfie. But I tried, and I'm proud of how it turned out. Because it's got my energy, it's got my my take. I think I did a really good job, regardless. You know, I have to say, you know, I'm going to try and give you an example of how I really sound compared to that without the AI filter. It's more like Simba, like that. One day you'll be king. You know, I have to sort of deepen my voice and slow down what I'm saying and stuff. Look at the stars. The great kings of the past look down on us from those stars. It's a bit rusty, but I can do it deeper than that. Like very, I can't show you like this, but when I'm actually doing animation and I know I'm focused on it, the example I just showing it isn't the best example, but you get the idea. I have to put my own voice and deepen my own voice, and you get the picture. Okay.
that?
What about that shadowy place?
That is beyond our losses. You must never go there, Simba.
Well, I thought a kid can do whatever he wants. It's a kitty territory.
Simba. There's more to being king than just getting your way all the time. While others search for what they can take. A true king searches of what he can give.
Can I just say something? I did really well making that smooth. I haven't seen this in ages since I made it. I haven't really watched it like this before. Wow. Pat on the back, man. Oh, shoulder. Yeah, that's really good. Give myself more credit. I'm joking. No, yeah, so again, speaking there, not being a true king and stuff, still it was the filter and stuff, but it was mostly me doing it than the AI. Even though the AI contributed, it was mostly me doing it. Even if I just talk like this, doing it, true king, it didn't really fit, so I had to do a lot of work to make it even sound remotely close to the legend, that being James Earl Jones. So, yeah. Them rigs, I want to point out real quick. The rigs I'm using here are the rigs from the introduction that I did before with the Lion King introduction. Mufasa is the same rig. I had to add teeth and stuff though, because before I didn't have that. Simba is also the same rig, but just a bit larger. Simba's voice is a bit off because it was a different voice I used here than it was a bit later on in this video. So I've improved on the voice on the second part coming. So that's good. Even with every animation I make is obviously for you guys and for my experimentations to improve the Mystic Wolfie remake. So everything I do what's not related to that project contributes to that project. So this is good though, I'm liking this. Oh god, okay.
Everything you see exists together in a delicate balance. As king, you must understand that balance to respect all the creatures, from the creep planet to the leaping antelope.
Good lad, don't eat the antelope.
Yes, Simba, but let me explain. You see, when we die, our bodies become the grass, and the antelope eat the grass. So it's all connected in the great circle of life.
Simba, just
Okay. So you may have noticed that there's different angles. That's on purpose. I wanted to make fresh and in the cartoon or the film of the Lion King, you didn't really see unique camera angles. I wanted to do that and make it unique that way. Again, the rigs are really rough. This is my first time trying to make a rig from scratch. This is blocks, you know. People have been saying in comments, "Oh Lee, can you leave a link to these rigs? Can you give us these rigs please?" I made it clear that I can't. They're not functional, they're not really polished. I'm not really a pro at doing rigs. Yeah, so apologies for that. People keep saying also, can you do the Hakuna Matata animation, the song out Lion King? I thought I'll consider it. A lot going off in that little video. I made Timon and Pumbaa, made them rigs, but it's not just about making a rig. The setting, the everything, it did a lot of work. I might, and I have been thinking about making the Mufasa spirit. There's not a lot going off. There's a lot more heart to it at that moment, obviously, when Mufasa being in the clouds and stuff, really touching moment. People have suggested that one. They've also suggested the graveyard one. Maybe. Those two are realistic for my abilities right now. So please, it may just happen. It may just happen. It's definitely in there. Okay, so prepare, you may see that. Now we'll get into the stuff that hasn't been seen on the shorter version of the animation. Look at the stars. Now we'll get into the bit where again they get told off by Mufasa tells them off and stuff. And then we'll get into the bit where we see and look at the stars.
也有花手里结是的 brave.
Zazu.
Yes, sire.
Take Nala home. I must teach my son a lesson.
Nala, come along. Simba, good luck.
Okay, I don't know how many people have seen that mistake. I'm guessing it's quite a lot of you. When Zazu is flying by, when we first see him, he flies by, obviously, but in the background there's another lion. I think that's another Mufasa that I tried to do but it failed. And he's just there floating in the sky. He's floating in the sky, just chilling. Why didn't I see that mistake? That's painful. Damn it.
Saying that.
Simba. Lots of pages for that ball.
Simba, I'm really disappointing you. Feeling killed or hurt.
Sorry.
If something happened that I thought I made myself clear, not to go beyond the bright lights. Almost worse. Simba, you put Nala in danger.
I just want to be brave like you.
Simba, I'm only brave when I have to be. Being brave doesn't mean you go out looking for trouble.
But I'm not afraid of anything.
I was today.
Really?
Yes. Truth is, I was scared out of my illusion. I would never forgive myself if I played out.
Wow. Is it games it?
So, I wanted to include this bit because it wasn't in the original animation, the shorter version, and yeah, the stuff he's saying here is extended things like he said in the original Lion King and the 2019 Lion King. So I've mixed them up, the dialogue, to make it extended, and then add a bit of my extension in there. So what he says is in a different way, and more to say really to Simba. So I thought that make it unique. Yeah, it's just a different adaptation. So I wanted it to make a bit different, you know, and I think it really fits.
Eat mailbox.
What?
That little thing is making me scared.
Well, that's because Nobody messes with your dad. Come here, you.
Yeah, so it's really hard to make them move now mind talk. The running with Mufasa scene there was very challenging. Again, my first time making a rig. It's going to be a bit stiff, a bit off maybe, but for what I did, I think I did a really good job there with that. Now a normal rig or wolf, say, that'd be really smooth, but did I know me a little bit that I couldn't perfect it.
Dad, we're pals, right?
Right.
And we'll always be together, right?
Simba, let me tell you something. My father told me. Look at the stars. The great king of the past. Look down at us from those stars.
Whoa.
So wherever you be developed, just remember, they'll always be there to guide you. And so will I.
Oh my god, it's getting me there. I love doing that, guys. That was the best time I had doing this animation. How can I make it different to both versions? The live action, well, you call it live action, and the cartoon, the classic cartoon we all love. So I made the choice to again, different angles of the camera. But the most biggest change was when they looked at the stars. In both versions, you didn't see a face in the sky, but you knew what Mufasa meant. About being the kings and the past looking down on you. So I thought, why not put a king up there looking down on you? But in the shorter version of this, when he said look at the stars, you see the sky, the stars, but you see the lion. That it wasn't meant to see that. He wasn't meant to see it then. It was meant to be when you see the sky the second time. It zooms into the spirit, the face spirit in the sky there. That's meant to be for the second part only, but it showed up on the bit before it, which was a mistake. So I fixed it there. Now we're going into some extra stuff here that was never in both versions. This is my add-on. This is my custom what if they carried on the conversation a little bit longer off camera. Now I did state an update of the animations a bit ago on my updates playlist about I'm going to imagine what Mufasa might say when I did this when I was in the process about what else could he say to Simba to advise him, as you know. And at the time, Mufasa, the film, was coming out in December, and I thought, well, let's link it to Scar a little bit, and let's give Simba a bit of, not too much information, but a little bit of an idea of, let him imagine things in his own head about what the relationship was with Scar and Mufasa. Again, it hinted a little bit about the Mufasa film, not too much. This is mostly my version of it. I hope you like it though, because I think it really fits. If you disagree, that's totally fine, but let us know what you think.
And that all compromise put yourself in danger, huh?
When you're young and you're still learning about the world around you, why making mistakes helps us grow The house has become an person meant to be.
Hey, did you and Uncle Scar help do anything when you were my age?
It was something I would never forget. However, there were times though we didn't get along or agree. In the end, we have to do what we need to. We have no other way out.
So, a bit where it says we didn't get along or agree, that's true. In the Mufasa film, they didn't always agree. In fact, Scar got jealous. The fact that Sarabi liked Mufasa, obviously that's an obvious thing that Scar cares about, and he likes Sarabi and jealous of the fact that maybe she picked Mufasa. You know, I'm just talking generally here. You know, Mufasa, we didn't get along or agree. We don't always get along or agree. So, he is talking generally and not just personally between him and his Scar. So, yeah. And it's also to do with the fact that off screen as well. What happened to the argument off screen? The time jump between Mufasa and Lion King. They could have many arguments in that time off screen. So yeah.
I love your Uncle Scar. After all, he is family.
And crazy adventures are.
It was fun while it lasted. Yet, I need to be mindful. Yes. Let's head home, Simba.
And that comes to a close. So you said there about, you know, they're still family. Yeah, they grew up together. And then he goes, we've got to do what we need to, and we have no other way out. So that's like, he's the king of Pride Lands. He's the king of Pride Lands, you know. Yeah. If it comes to the tough call, he has to defend the land, of course, which is a really proud lion, really proud king, Mufasa. And that's kind of more foreshadowing Simba's path, where he has to get rid of Scar. So that's kind of nice. And he says he has to be mindful. He is obviously unsure about Scar, and he does know the jealousy he has towards him. I mean, Scar, Mufasa knows the jealousy that Scar has for him, you know, Rowan Sarabi and him being king and stuff, because Scar was meant to be king of his group of lions, but it turns out that Mufasa was a better choice and the bigger king with more land, so, you know. So, yeah, there's that, the jealousy side he is being aware of, so he's a bit unsure about how his brother's going to turn out, if he's going to do something, but even if he does, he's going to be aware. Obviously, in the Lion King film, Scar took him by surprise, and unfortunately, Mufasa died in that result. And he got, you know, he was not just tricked, but it was, you were focused on Simba, saving Simba from the herd of buffaloes as well. So there was a distraction to save Simba as well. So Scar played it well in that regard. To make sure that he wasn't aware. So, yeah. Yeah, that comes to the end then, guys. The Look at the Stars extended Minecraft animation, The Lion King. That was a nice little journey. Really touched there though. Really good. Yeah. If you like the video, guys, please like and subscribe. And check out the best reactions. There's quite a few in there now that I'm building up. I might react to some other animations, not even my animations, just different ones in general maybe. But for now I'm just doing my own little work and talking about what I did wrong and what I could do and stuff like that, you know. And the next one could be, I'm not too sure yet, but we'll figure that out. yeah, thank you. Till next time, guys. Peace. I don't know why I did two. Peace, guys.